Andhra Pradesh is home to spot-billed pelicans, open storks and spot-billed ducks. Wondering where these migratory birds can be found? Well, you can visit the Uppalapadu Bird Sanctuary in Guntur city. Just 3.5 kilometers from NH16, this bird sanctuary, located on around 9 acres of land, is a must-visit spot. More than 30 species of birds have been arriving here every year for the past 50 years, making the sanctuary a special home. Spot-billed pelicans, open storks, white ibis, glossy ibis, little cormorants and spot-billed ducks are some of the birds that migrate from Siberia, Australia, Bangladesh, Myanmar and Pakistan every year between September and March. January is one of the best months for tourists to catch these beauties. Walking into the sanctuary and watching the birds in the waters is such a peaceful activity. While a bird swims across the pond in search of food, one can be seen busy collecting twigs to build a nest. Mostly feeding on fish, frogs and aquatic insects, every species has a different breeding month. If you are visiting the bird sanctuary, do take your camera to capture the best moments. According to the local residents, the birds of Uppalapadu Lake were once inhabitants of another lake called Garapadu Lake, situated about 4 kilometers away in Garapadu village near Uppalapadu. Garapadu Lake was once highly suitable for bird nesting and feeding, and flocks of birds visited the lake during the breeding season and consumed fish. However, the landowners realized that the birds were affecting pisciculture and the farmers began fearing that they were spoiling the crops. They resorted to various techniques like using loud sounds near the bird habitat to drive away the birds. In no time, there was a change and the majority of the birds stopped using Garapadu Lake as their breeding site. Wetlands are important aquatic ecosystems and act as a critical breeding sites for different species of birds in India. Many migratory birds visit water bodies to lay eggs and raise their young ones and go back to their place once the young chicks are able to fly. The primary needs of the birds during their breeding period are to have suitable habitat to lay their eggs and a food source. Over the years, the bird sanctuary has become a favorite spot for many tourists. Now, post-pandemic, the bird sanctuary under the Forest Department of Andhra Pradesh is planning to undertake development work worth Rs 3.6 crore, including extending the pond. These birds are about 140 to 150 centimeters and can be found throughout India, Bangladesh, Pakistan, Sri Lanka and Myanmar. Their nesting season is October to April. They lay around 3 eggs and mainly feed on fish. Open-billed stork is 70 centimeters in size and is found throughout India, Bangladesh, Pakistan, Sri Lanka and Myanmar. The general nesting season is from July to November. It lays 2 to 4 eggs and mainly feeds on snails, frogs and crabs. These birds, which are 77 to 85 centimeters, are found throughout India, Bangladesh, Pakistan, Sri Lanka and Myanmar. Their nesting season is from July to December. They lay 3 to 4 eggs and mostly feed on fish. Black-headed ibis measure about 75 centimeters and are found throughout India. Their general nesting season is from June to March. They lay 2 to 4 eggs and feed on aquatic insects, fish and frogs. Glossy ibis measure 52 centimeters and are found in the north and northeast India, Bangladesh and Pakistan. Their nesting season is from May to July. They lay 3 to 4 eggs and feed on mollusks and insects. These birds are around 51 centimeters. They are seen throughout India, Bangladesh and Pakistan. Their nesting season is from July to September and November to February. They lay 4 to 5 eggs and feed on fish.